Hey team, happy Halloween. Like you, I made a special effort today. Look, dressed as a skeleton, although I'm far from being a skeleton. So, what have we got in store for you for an update this week? So, in the theme of Halloween, we've done a little bit of a trick or treat, and we've done a little draw this morning, which I'll attach to the update today. And part of that draw was randomly selected 3 people through a generator for a trick and 3 people for a treat. For those that get the treat, you need to do absolutely nothing. Your treat is already in the post on its way to you. And those lucky winners were Carl Wrightson, treat on its way to you. Sam Wilson, treat on its way to you. And Jennifer Laidlaw, a lovely treat on her way to you too. For those who got our trick, it was Jim Turner, and your trick is to tell a Halloween joke that makes us laugh. Carolyn King, your trick is to dress up as your leader, Scary. And the last trick goes to Lucy Coughlin. And Lucy, your trick is to frighten somebody. Now, are you up for that challenge? And if you are, you need to send us some evidence, either in the form of a photo or a little VT. And once you've done that and completed your trick, we will send you your prize too. All right, happy Halloween. Right, let's move on. So see your leaders this morning and across Sunday. Everyone making a brilliant effort for Halloween. So thank you. It does make a difference. Seen some videos from Michael McStay. His desk scares the life out of me, especially that clown Mike. So glad to see you put a warning before we viewed it. But with Halloween, we also have an extra special birthday that we're celebrating, which is Tyler Fenton in Kevin Franchek's team. Wishing you a very happy birthday, Tyler. And I just want to start off with a huge congratulations to Cal Wilson and Britt. And we also need to talk about his lovely son Calvin as well, who will be welcoming a new addition to the family next year. So huge congratulations to you, Cal, and wishing you all the best. And a huge congratulations to Cal on securing OM secondment in service, supporting Bulgaria for 3 months. Really delighted for you. Sad to see you go, but troops, we will make sure that you're well looked after and supported, because we have an advert out there, so we'll be recruiting in the next week or two. And I'll let you know as soon as we have selected the right person to support you over that time as well, okay? Just want to chat to you today about a couple of things that's coming new and just some calls and transfers. You know, I see the chats, I hear the stories, and last night our systems went down, which didn't help, so we're in spin now today with customers that we're trying to get through. System went down for those that haven't been on site from about 4:30 and never came back up until after 8 o'clock last night. So we're expecting to be busy today. So far so good, it's not been too bad, but our customers will want to speak to us. With the increased demand that we've had over the last few weeks and set to continue up and over Black Friday, which is in a couple of weeks' time, we will be receiving some cold transfers, and those cold transfers are what we want to do. They're in line with our guidance. So if the queue is longer than 2 or 3 minutes, as per the guidance, we should cold transfer the customer through, setting the customer for success, letting them know what's going to happen. We're not exempt from that, so please check those queue times. At this time, we can't have anybody sitting in a queue with a customer for lengthy periods of time. Now, that said, there's always 1 or 2 exceptions to the rule, and that will be based on that customer's experience that they've had previously. You can make a judgment call on that, but it shouldn't be the norm. So let's all play our part with that. So when we get those cold transfers, I get it's frustrating because you don't know why the customer's calling, but it's equally as frustrating for that customer too, because you may not be the only person that they've spoken to that day and had to repeat themselves. So please, 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 what I'm asking you to do is 2 things. Apologise, look at the wait time and apologise to anyone for waiting off the back of spin and just the fact that we're busy. And secondly, just handle each call as it comes. Handle it as you'd expect it to be handled, that your problem is resolved first time. I spoke to a customer yesterday, it was an escalation, And the customer's frustration was all about how many times they had to phone, how our people made mistakes and didn't sympathise with his issue. He'd been with us for 12 years and had gone through a home move. So, you know, I take those calls as well. And when they come to me, they're not the best. So you can imagine. So I absolutely get what you come through. So let's make sure we apologise for the time delay, but let's make sure we give each and every customer that wow factor and that experience that each of them deserve. And I know each one of you can deliver. We'll make sure we get calls to the right place. We've put a fix in place that will go live in week 46. And that fix will ensure that TV only accounts and stuff will reduce the volume coming through, as that check will make sure that they go to the right department first time. So that will stop the customer being passed to us in most instances. There's always exception, especially if it's customer behaviour and dialing the wrong number. But through our IVR we'll fix it, which means that the calls that we'll get through should be more of the right calls, all right? But when it's busy like this, things happen. So let's not get frustrated with it, and let's just embrace each call as it comes through and do the best that we can do with those customers. What we're also going to do is Stoko's team is trialling it along with the product champs, is we're introducing some call coding or outcoming. And what we mean by that is it takes a couple of seconds to do. Brian's team's trying it for me over the weekend so we can work through any little issues with it before we open it up to everybody. The beauty of doing outcoming is that will tell us why our customers are calling. It will tell us what our success is, but also highlight some opportunities of how commercial can support us better without us having to fill in e-forms and send daily updates as well. So there's huge benefits in doing it. So watch out for that over the next week or so. The other thing I just wanted to chat to you about was URNs. And I know this is such a cause of frustration. Personally, if I had my wish, I would get rid of URNs. We have nothing for pipeline now. They're all done through AOP. And actually, all our offers should be done through AOP, i.e. through the system. And the right offer populates on the right account, depending on that customer's risk to us of leaving. Now, unfortunately, our system doesn't always play up with us. And for many reasons, we can't get some of those offers in just now, which is why we have URNs. But over the last week or two, our URN allocation has reduced. So just to put into context, we have 100 superfast URNs and 30 essential. Across this site, with increased call demand, they're not going to go very far. So what we need to ensure is those essential ones, there's only 30, are protected for SAB customers only, because they're the higher risk, and customers that are more likely to cancel due to cost. And if we lose a SAB customer, that's a total customer gone from our database. If we lose a triple play customer, just the broadband element, that customer's still with us. So that's why it's important we focus on our SAB customers. So we need to use them wisely. And what we need to make sure, guys, is that we don't use them as an initial price point. They're not. They're there as a last resort, and that's what they should be used for. You know, through the Q4 briefings we did with you all, we have less focus on new minimum term now. It's not our only measure of success, so we shouldn't be defined by that, and we shouldn't feel pressurized to make sure we add an offer to the customer. You can have brilliant, amazing conversations and save our customer. If it means that there's none left and we lose that customer, we lose that customer, and we will pick that up through the feedback. And that will help us be able to tell that story to our commercial colleagues, all right? We can only focus and control what we can influence and control, all right? So please, 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 don't sandbag cases for the next day when the new allocation comes up, because that's not fair. So we are going to be more vigilant with those, so that practice needs to stop. But equally, don't get frustrated. I would rather that you just dealt with your calls as if we have no URNs at all, because 130 for a whole week is not a lot to get through. And based on your feedback, we're making sure that they're available throughout that week for everybody, so we have some every single day and not use the full allocation on the first day of the week, which is a Friday. So bear with us on it. I get it's a huge source of frustration, but it's only a source of frustration because we know they're there. But there's less of them. So please use them wisely, and I'll keep you updated with any progress. With the increase in demand and ADSL customers coming through, we are influencing our commercial colleagues to say we need more. We may get more, but we may not. So let's just focus on having that great conversation, all right? We can absolutely do it without URNs. We've got loads of advisors that don't even use URNs and successfully save customers and upsell other products. So that moves me on beautifully to upselling and upskilling. So firstly, with the increase in demand, we are going to upskill 4 teams in our unit, which will be Mark Alderman's team, Brian Stoker's team, Penny Christie's team, and Kevin Franchek's team to mobile retention. That upskilling will happen on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, and we will also make sure that we've got support in there to help you answer those calls. Jen's team, Cal's team and Fiona's team have made it look so easy. These guys have been doing it for a while, have lots of experience, so we'll be drawing on that to help you. And in order to protect you, what we'll also do is ensure that after your training, you will receive mobile retention calls as a priority for 2 weeks. That'll help you get that skill and experience. After that, what we'll make sure is that you take mobile retention calls as a priority 1 day a week. All right, so that'll be brilliant. We'll be doing this right up until the end of the year. What that looks like above and beyond that, I'll keep you posted, but for now it's to the end of the year. So you will more than likely, as a unit, will start to get less broadband calls and more mobile calls, and all that great work and focus that we've been doing and having on upselling other products will absolutely reap the benefits for that. So best of luck, guys, with your training this week. It is something new. We're now going to be asking you to save mobile as well as sell, which is different to what you've been doing up to now. But just think of it mindset-wise the same as what we do with broadband. We save and we sell. It's exactly the same in mobile, and there's some great offers in there to help you do that. But ultimately, we need to have the right conversation with our customer. But our proposition is brilliant, and our customers absolutely love our mobile proposition. So best of luck to you guys. I'll be keeping close to that. On Tuesday next week, we will be announcing the winners of the SM prizes for our mobile overlay, but also the winners for device, etc., from the overlay of our iPhone 11, our SE, and also our iPad. And there's a prize in there for a lucky leader too. So we'll be announcing that on Wednesday. And just I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for the commitment to overtime, being here. Our absence is at an all-time low, and you know, it doesn't go unnoticed. It makes a difference to every single one of us and to our customers in the business as well. So massive thank you, and a huge well done on participation. Participation is just everybody doing one in the team. So everybody selling one boost, that's 100% participation, and that's what we've been focusing on over the last few weeks. So our participation has just gone, and our product attachments from strength to strength. So last week, a big shout out to Brian Stoko and the team, who are the only team to have 100% participation in more than one area. And that was boost and fibre. Huge well done, Brian, to you and the team. Fiona and Jen, huge well done to you and your team for 100% mobile participation last week, which is just brilliant, which means everybody in the team sold at least one mobile SIM, handset or tablet to a customer. That's just amazing. That's where we need to be, is just getting everyone to sell one or more. Looking at last week, we had 85, just to tell the story, 85 advisors in taking calls. Of the 85 advisors in, 36 of you sold 4 products, and that's combined mobile, so SIM, handset, tablet, device, boost, SkyQ and fibre regrade, which is just phenomenal compared to where we were a few weeks ago before we focused. We attached 1,149 products to 486 5 calls that we took, which is just brilliant. That was 71 extra attachments on the previous week. which is just brilliant. Our conversion is lower because we took 700 more calls, but we're attaching more, which is brilliant. We only had 3 advisors in the whole unit out of 85 that didn't sell or attach anything. Between the 3 of them, though, they only took 26 calls, so that can make a difference too. But we're just going from strength to strength, and everyone starting to play a part, which is great. So thank you for that. And our VIP, we brought VIP to life with 3,246 customers last week. That is where you brought that to life and excited them about our VIP proposition. We continue to lead the way on the site at 65.8, but the gap is narrowing between the units. They're catching up. We had 3 teams over 70%, Mark, Kat and Jen, huge well done, and 8 of our 9 teams over 60%. As of this week, we'll be moving to 10 teams as Jim Turner and his new team. So welcome, guys. Join us. So their contribution will start to take effect from this week. So look forward to see what you guys have done. You've already had a great start in VIP, over 60% already in Academy, which is just brilliant. And what a great starting point. So welcome on board, guys. So that's all I have for you for this week, guys. As I say, we'll share the prizes on Tuesday. We also have a recognition on Tuesday as well for the month of October. So just thanks for everything. Keep it going, make every call count and have some fun, and let's have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.